All right, so we're tripping around the Saddledome with Andrew and Zetro from Exodus. And it's like we said, we got in the car. There's got to be an interesting story as to why a guy from the Bay Area, California, is such a diehard Flames fan. What is the story behind that, Zetro?
So this is what happened. I wasn't, the Bay Area was very dead for hockey at that time. I think the last hockey team we had was the Oakland Seals, the California Golden Seals, and they were gone by 73. I believe they became the Cleveland Barons, and then they turned into the New Jersey Devils. So we really didn't have hockey in the Bay Area then. Obviously, I was a huge A's and Raiders fan and Warriors because they're from Oakland, and that's where I was born. So I had a friend of mine, a really good friend, who grew up in Utica, New York, and his family moved to California. He was actually in the crowd when they filmed the Slapshot movie because they filmed it there. So he's got a little bit, he has something on me with that. I try to throw my what I've done with the band in his face, but that blows everything out of the water. So he goes, I'm gonna go watch some hockey. He's like, I want to start watching hockey. I'm like, I don't know, I don't think I understand the game. He's like, no, you gotta watch it, it's a great game. So I go, okay. He's all, you have to pick a team. I'm okay. I go, well, you know what? I've never done this before. I'm gonna pick the best player in hockey's team. And at that time, the best player was Wayne Gretzky. And they're like, oh, that's the most Homer thing to do ever. As they go, oh, well, it'd be like going, I don't like football, but I'm gonna start watching Tom Brady and become a Patriots fan because of Tom Brady. So I was just like, well, I'm gonna watch Gretzky. So he goes, and not too many places in the Bay Area actually showed hockey in those days. You had to find the bar somewhere. Well, there was a bar, and I grew up in a city called Dublin, California. It was about 15 minutes southeast of Oakland, and there was another city about 10 minutes away called Livermore, California. And there was a bar in Livermore that showed hockey like on Tuesday and Thursday nights. And again, ESPN isn't showing hockey yet. Nobody's showing hockey yet. And so I go, okay. And he calls me and he goes, hey, your team is playing, and you want to go check them out? And I go, yeah, totally. So we go to this bar, and they're the Edmonton Oilers. To be honest with you, I didn't know where Edmonton was. I didn't even know the team was called the Oilers. And who are they playing? They're playing the Calgary Flames. And I didn't even know where Calgary, I didn't know that they were both in Alberta, and it was this
Battle of Alberta
rivalry and this whole thing going on. So I think the first 3 minutes I was rooting for the Oilers, and then I saw how this team played. And we're talking Tim Hunter, we're talking Jim Peplinski, we're talking Joel Otto, we're talking Joey Mullen, we're talking Gary Suter, Gary Roberts, Hawk and Luke, Colin Patterson, all these guys. And these guys are working the Oilers. I mean, they didn't even want to fight them. I used to tape, after I became a Flames fan, every time they finally got on TV, I had a VHS tape, Best Flames goals, saves, and hockey fights. And so I had it, I don't have it anymore. I have this one hockey fight taped where Joel Otto, it's just cameras following him and Messier for like 10 minutes. And Messier's just backing up. And you could see Otto just like he wanted to go. And so after that initial hockey game, I'm like, I think I like these guys better. So then I started calling the bar saying, hey, you got the Calgary Flames games on? They go, oh, we're going to show them in 2 Thursdays on a Saturday night against the Nordiques or somebody like that. And I would start going to watch them. And then obviously the first season that I started watching them, the Flames went to the Stanley Cup against Montreal. Even though we lost 4-1, we were still there. So I was hooked by then. So then I remember writing the Flames, and I bought some swag from them. I still have it. Like, I have old school Flames jerseys away and home. And when the home jerseys, we wore white. Now that's all changed.
Yeah.
So, and I got pins, and I actually have this zip up thing. It was a total 80s thing, and it's got the C on it.
The starter jackets? Starter jackets?
It's like kind of felt. And it zips up from here and it comes into a collar with a total 80s thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like wearing one of those Don Johnson jackets right now if you put one on from Miami Vice. But that was my history. And then ever since then, I've been hooked, and I followed the team religiously every year. When the Sharks came in '91, everybody thought, hey, well, you know, you're such a big hockey fan, you're going to switch over and watch San Jose. And I'm like, no, we just won the cup 2 years ago. My team's still good. You know, and that's when Theo was, he was doing, Joey had just come in because he was a rookie in '89. And so it's like, I stayed with my team. We've had some hard years over the years, but actually the last few have been really good. I remember 2004 when we went and lost in 7 games to the Lightning. I was actually on tour then too, and I remember my road manager coming on the bus, and I wanted to watch a game, and he was such a dick at that time. He goes, Flames lost. I'm like, really? I don't think I want to play tonight then, you know? So it was one of those things. So that's how Steve Zetro Souza from Exodus became a Calgary Flames fan.